All right, welcome back. Before we get into the game, I'm going to give a big, generous thank you to a very big, generous donation. $25 from Riamar. I can't quite decipher this. The message pretty much says, "Nya, nya." Which,
it's like, it's from SpongeBob SquarePants, the pencil, oh, never mind, you don't watch it.
Sorry. But, alright, so getting into this match, guys. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map. He's currently down one at the moment. We'll see if he can reconcile versus Mech. It's going to be DaNa.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to talk about this, but let's do the intro.
In the bottom right, as the red Terran, it's MarineLord.
So here's what I like about MarineLord with King Sejong Station. There's some players you could really mark down for the way they play on certain maps. And King Sejong's a map I think a lot of Zerg players predict Terran players to go 14cc on. And I think like 80-something% of the games we ever cast MarineLord on this map, even in TVT, he goes for a bit of cheese. So it's kind of, this was to be expected, and I didn't really get a chance to jump into it right away, but I like that he's doing this, because it's going to shake DaNa up a little bit, whether DaNa's expecting it or not. I mean, Reaper pressure is never easy to deal with.
Now DaNa does go for a 14 pool, I believe. It's not 15. So he'll have a queen out, faster than normal. He can have lings out if he chooses to get them, and he will once he realizes what it is. So that's actually a pretty good opener. If you're not going to drone scout on game 2 and you're down 1 on King Sejong versus a Terran, then pool first. you don't have to make lings if they're not doing it either. You could just go into a hatchery and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But you're saving yourself a lot of headache if you do, and they are going for a proxy.
I guess the next question is whether he gets a bunker down or not. Right here at the top of the ramp, at the edge of the creep, like we sometimes see these bunkers come down. And the biggest thing that they aid for is not just a little healing safety spot to hide in as the Reaper, but also just high ground vision, something that sometimes is a little more valuable than not.
Yeah. Now, the Overlord has seen that the CC is not on the low ground. It could possibly be on the high ground, but that's, like, uncommon. So I think DaNa's kind of just guessing what it is right now, and this Reaper coming in this way will tell him, yes, that was a proxy.
I actually kind of like the addition of this, too, considering the way the last game went. He did get a kill with the drone, or with the Reaper on a drone. He got a couple of link kills, too. I mean, last game's Reaper was pretty nice for us. This time, it's going to be a little bit harder to deal with. It's the same sort of steps to take care of it, though. I do think that bunker came down way too late to be that effective, though. So at the moment, it's just going to be high ground vision. And this SCV probably just going to hit home. I can't imagine he tries to risk coming back for this.
Yeah. Now, the two Reapers, I mean, you got to be careful. He's getting second queen, though, and once that pops out, that's pretty much it for the Reapers, really. You can start camping that little ledge with the lings. Really, like, it's not that big of a ledge, and yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
Reapers are quite good here. Problem is, they are very snowbally units, and it's very important he didn't lose any there. His investment in this has gone up to 4, so he's really not letting up on this just yet. A factory follow-up. I don't know, did the Overlord... The Overlord hasn't seen the factory, actually. Should probably move back for that. Just getting gas is perhaps not as big of a deal in this rare scenario.
Yeah. It's really nice for DaNa, too, because, like, he can just stay there. He knows that the barracks on the other side of the map, so no Marine's gonna come and kill that Overlord.
Yeah, exactly. I know the queens are getting a little bit low, and the Reaper numbers start piling up. Like, honestly, I'd say the difference of like 3 to 4 Reapers isn't that big of a deal, but once he gets to 5, that's when you really start seeing this start to spiral quite badly, because the queens can no longer contend with it, like, at all. DaNa, though, at the same time, like, he's got some energy starting to bulk up. He's gonna need those transfuses.
Queen almost died. I mean, if that queen died, it makes this Reaper rush a lot more worth it. I see she's going up to 5 Reapers, too. Wow,
yeah,
a queen should die with 5 Reapers.
So
if it doesn't.
One of the problems, though, I mean, with King Sejong being what it is, like, you've really only got this one way to attack from. It takes, like, a full minute to walk all the way around, right? Like, to go from here to the back door. So, DaNa at least knows which angle this is coming from, and if he has to adjust, he knows it's not going to be, like, a quick swap.
Ooh. If he uses that Roachborn, not just defensively, I'll really like that. The barracks, he knows it's floated up into his natural. It's still on the side, so there's not going to be like any amount of Marines. The Reaper's going to die very easily to Roaches, obviously, and he knows that the starport isn't quite done, although it is on the way. But even still, like, if they have nothing on the ground and only 1 Banshee, you're still going to do enough damage before that Banshee kills everything.
The Reapers, by the way, even though there are 5 of them, don't want to contend with those lings, even though they do have speed. If he's not near a cliff, he's not going to take a good fight. But double CCs to follow this up, like, this is... I mean, it's kind of classic, right? Like, oh, 2-Rax fails, you do the double CC. If a Reaper thing fails, you do the double CC. But I don't know that... You know, it's interesting we saw Roaches. I'm surprised we actually didn't see a Banley Nest come down. I just assumed he was going to go for a bust or attempt to, but... not going to work out here, not with the presence here on the side of the map. Lynx could try and dance around these Reapers, I suppose, but with Hellions starting to come out, this becomes a very dangerous game for DaNa, because while Roaches are quite good, not without support, not with a bit of fodder.
I think 11 Roaches will be able to deal with anything that MarineLord has right now. And he didn't open up with Banshees either, it's a Viking. So, Banshee was really what was going to help out against any type of roach push. Did that barracks even scout the... Like, no, they didn't even scout the Roaches on the way. So I don't think MarineLord really has any indication that Roaches are on the way. He could just be guessing. But, like, what do you do? Like, build a bunker for your Reapers? Maybe.
Well, I was going to say, if he's expecting Roaches, I think we would have seen a Siege Tank. But,
oh, that's true. We could have swapped over.
I'm not too confident he actually had a clue this is coming with the Hellions being produced in mass like this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is going to be the first time he sees it. The Reapers, they can survive, obviously, but... Yeah. Now you're back on a 1 base, on 3 command centers. I don't know.
Oh, that Spuddy was getting rid of that really quickly. Hellions, Reapers, they don't have a ton of health. The SCVs are trying to get involved with this just a bit, but I think MarineLord's number is up. If he can't clear out these Roaches, the Lynx will certainly follow this up. The Roaches are just sniping off most of the Hellions, but it's starting to fall. SCV's getting some good damage in there as well.
Lings are still here, though, with only 2 Hellions left over. He's got to really depend on that micro, and they do get caught. Roaches is still alive. He has chosen not to float with any more Lings, though, so this will be the extent of the damage done for now, but it did a lot of damage.
He did, but I'm wondering if... I want to make the argument for, like, triple CC. I mean, the Banshees will keep him alive, that's for sure. But, like, is the triple CC enough to make up those losses, is the big question, right? You're going to have 3 Mules, that's great. We'll see the income tab here maybe match that, but... Boy, oh boy, is MarineLord in a rough spot. There's no questioning that.
Yeah, I don't think that it will. I gotta imagine he's gonna go mech after this. It has to do with the very late stim timing for the whole entire build that he did, and that might bring him back into the game, like just being able to turtle if he gets a couple of tanks. But if he's not, then it's just like, oh my god, DaNa is gonna get as many drones as he wants to, and then he's going to just overwhelm him with anything really. Like he could go for mutas, take advantage of the fact there's no anti-air. He could go for just a lot of Roaches and probably just overwhelm, even if there's 4 Banshees, 4G style.
I mean, DaNa did flounder against the mech play last time, so I mean, it is completely within the realm of possibility that maybe MarineLord brings us back, but there's like no production. There's not even a full proper wall off. Like this is just a scary base to look at. I don't think there's anyone who comes in and says, this looks like a completely winnable situation. No problem.
Yeah, and it is gonna be mech because he starts at +1 upgrade. But he's gonna really have to turtle. I mean, taking a third is gonna be such a delicate process. DaNa's going for Spire and Baneley Nest again. Does he not know that it's mech?
Well, the Baneley Nest may just be for the bust factor. I mean, I don't. This may be him thinking about contending with units. He may look to just end the game with one massive all-in, try and use his, which should be a supply advantage against MarineLord, because I mean that's the thing. MarineLord's going mech. It's slow production. He's gonna have some strong, very strong units out, but it's not. 3 Banshees aren't gonna stop 80 Banelings.
I guess that's true. This Queen, I mean, though, the Banshee's doing a decent job harassing. Both Banshees are, I guess.
Both locations, too. Yeah, they're both going to get away, barely.
Yeah, and they're also providing any of that map control. Otherwise, MarineLord would just be in his base having no idea what was coming on his way. At least now, like, this mutas will kill the Banshees first, and that'll be at least, a 10-second warning.
Well, the wall was never completed, so this could be a bit of a problem with these links coming in. Oh, that's pretty good. If they get in position. There we go.
Yeah, I think they're okay against those. But if they do more for the Banelings, and I think at this point DaNa is just like, he's going to commit to that bust that you're talking about, knowing that like Hellbats are probably going to be more plentiful. And it's going to be Hellbat Thor. So if you can kill the Hellbats with the Banelings, and then the Thors are alone, yeah, Lings wreck Thors. And then of course the mutas come in and they have no anti-air. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch. It could go disastrously though, like if the Lings come in first and they get melted, and then the Banelings kind of like, but that's kind of rare.
It's a shame too, because Thor's it's always It's so sad. You look at these units; they're supposed to be like the penultimate ground unit. Like they pretty much one shot everything. Their damage is so massive, but their attack rate's kind of bunk. They churn very slow. It's really just it's hard to actually use them. There's massive amounts of anything whether it's Thors or Lokis. So these Thors, there's less units, maybe better or more Thors. But right now, the big scary thing is he's gonna need it for the mutas. Oh, this turret doesn't complete. That's gonna hurt. It's not gonna complete either.
There's always so many SCVs.
Yeah, the mules. I saw the mules rush to it, try and build, and you're like, oh, that's right, we're mules.
Useless mules. Yeah, without a repair, those Vitas could sit on top of that Thor. That's just, it's so sad watching Thor's attack air sometimes.
Yeah, I always think back to like watching people like Bly tear like 3 Thors apart with 10 mutas just because they came out one at a time.
Yeah. Well, we're about to see that push, by the way. He did include some roaches into here. I didn't see him get the roach horn, but speed's about to finish. So it'll be roach, baneling, a couple mutas.
What? You like commented on the roach horn specifically earlier.
No, I said he didn't have one.
No, you're like, oh, it'd be cool if we use this more than just defensively.
Oh!
I was like, what are you talking about? You called the roach
Damn
horn.
it. Yeah, you're right. There was a disconnect between the early game and right now that I totally forgot he got a roach horn to begin
games,
with.
completely separate.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Anyways, it's nice that he's using.
Well, yeah, he's got. This is such a scary force to look at. This third base, I don't think should be his target though. I'd say wipe the army, just go to the national, and pretty much win. If he devotes any of his, I guess maybe a couple units off to the side, not too bad. He's tries to wrap around. Hellbats are trying to split best they can, but Banelings are still pretty darn good no matter how you look at them. And yeah, these Thors go down like nothing. Nothing in that bunker. Banshees just shelling from above. As the Vikings fall, the Mutas will clean up the Banshees, and this looks like DaNa has, well, he fended off the Reapers. I think it's where all this came to start, right? Like, that's the start of the end at the very beginning of the game.